This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, good evening. This is Suresh here.
Hi Suresh. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening guys. Good evening one and all. Okay.
Suresh, what session is this?
Sorry.
Which session is this? 23rd or 24th?
24. What is this?
I mean the
What are you
session
talking?
number. I mean how many
I,
classes we had.
you're asked. I not get your questions. This is the last day of Employee Central.
No,
Employee Central
okay.
sessions we are looking
Okay.
at. Yeah, I
And how
don't
many
remember.
sessions are left for Employee Central?
I'm saying this is the last session of Employee Central.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this has been discussed a couple of days back also with you. This is the last session. Okay. So guys, the last session we just actually discussed about this time off solution. We had our detailed overview on the different configuration aspects of time off, what we'll be doing in the time of solution, like the way how we have to set up the leave types, the way how we are required to set up the time profiles, okay, and the holiday calendars, all such different stuff, all these things. So this part, the way we have two things more to look at: the way how the employees can actually apply for these leaves when all these are assigned to the employee at the job information portal level, the holiday calendar, work schedules, time profiles. So when we assign it to employee, how the employee will be able to apply a leave, the interface of leave application, how it will be, what are the options we have in it, and how the approval goes on, all that. And in the same way, whenever employee is applying the leave, if we need to have some conditions, some rules to be incorporated, saying that employee should not apply more than 3 leaves, not less than 2 leaves, or it might be in case of attachments to be made mandatory for more than 3 leaves, such kind of any conditions when the employee is applying a leave while he's taking a leave in the system. So what are the rules that can be incorporated? Even that can be looked into in the today's session. So that particular concept of making the rule conditions whenever the employee applies a leave are called take rules, gentlemen. Take rules. That is, so normally whenever we create the leave type, just below the leave type we can even assign the rule conditions such that the employees have to definitely fulfill those conditions, then only the system will allow them to take the leave. So I'll just show you. So as we know, we have a screen for time related objects called manage time off structures. So here in this time off structures, the place where we are able to find the time related different objects. So against any leave type, you pick any leave type randomly. So just below this leave type, with once all these properties are all met, at the bottom we'll have a place for the take rules to be incorporated. So here at the bottom we can have the take rules that can be incorporated. So there are various different kinds of rules relevant to the time that are applicable here, where we can start creating our rules by just initiating here itself directly. Just against that take rule place, we can just click on this add button and we can initiate the rule creation. So even you go through configure business rules also, you know that you will land up to the same screen. So here we have, under time management at the very bottom, you have a scenario called absence validation. So this is what the validations, what the system can actually trigger. So this will be the base object for that absence validation as a scenario. Basically we call them as scenarios. So this scenario is what you can directly use, because whenever you are writing this absence validation, system will consider two or three different base objects. It's not with one single base object. So instead of we manually adding it, we can make advantage of this absence validation as a scenario. So with this absence validation, we can start. Now the system is not going to ask me any base object, that is cust take rule underscore April, right? April 1st. So this is where system has taken, you see this, system has taken 4 different base objects, guys. Employee time as the main base object, time of rules, edited employment type, take rule parameters, like this, some different objects technically. System is taking it internally, guys. So now here you can start coming up with different conditions. When you start writing the if condition, employee time will be the main object in which the leave request will be stored actually. Even when you're applying a leave request, or the storage of leave request will happen through this object called employee time. So in that you will have, normally whenever you're applying a leave, what will be the screen fields you will have, guys, that will be present here, like this: end date of the leave, end time of the leave. Here at the bottom you will have start date of the leave, start time of the leave, the time type, actually the leave type. So like this, these different fields will be present on screen. Whatever fields you get on the leave screen, all that fields are here for validations to be made actually. So now you can say that if employee time type means what leave type, your condition is relevant to which leave type, you can select it. All the leaves will come here. Employee time type, if it is employee applying annual leave. So in case of annual leave, one more, I can add one more condition, add and expression as and. So here if we can say the difference between, here if the difference between the employee start time and start date and end date is more than five days, we should not allow it, or less than 3 days, we should not allow it if you want to have. So here you can make use of functions. Previously the way we made use of a function to calculate the employee age, the difference in calendar years. Similarly, difference in dates also can be found here. So here you can have get absence days. Get absence days means how many days the employee is going on a leave. We have different functions relevant to absences. Get absence in days for a period. That means I can pass a particular start date and end date. Within that period, how many days the employee is on leave. Like that, we can get different things, guys. Okay, different functions are available, where in the previous documentation that I've shown, that I've shared you on the business rules, the different functions are explained in it. Apart from that, today after the session, I'm going to share you the time related documents in which time related functions are specifically highlighted also with respect to all these. Okay, so in this we can get the get absence days as a function. Get absence days. In that get absence days, you can pass the dates from which date to which date, that is check from particular dates, we can give it. Here we have the date periods for particular day in a month. You can check it. We have different parameters. More beneficial will be this function, which will have the period functionality directly instead of you creating any runtime parameters. So I'll just show you the simplest way. Get absence in days for a period. So this is start date and end date it will ask. So here we can pass it the employee time dot start date, whatever is the start date of the leave, and end date, employee time dot end date. So between start date and end date, between these two dates, if the difference in the leave period, that is if it is more than 5 days, that is if the employee is applying for more than 5 days in this period, then for which user is nothing but for the employee who is actually applying the time. Here we'll have employee time dot user, employee time dot user, and for which particular time type. Within the rule also you can maintain the time type. The way how you have maintained a separate condition, if employee time dot time type equal to annual leave, but for this annual leave, if you have a different code, say the annual leave is 1002 something, I can directly maintain it here. I can remove the separate condition. It's a function consolidated with everything. For this leave type, if employee is applying the leave more than 5 days in this period between start date to end date, then if it is more than 5 days, I can throw an error message. And the raising of error message, you already know, just choose it as a raise message, and here whatever is a message object, you can call the relevant message object here. So the message definition, whatever messages we create, they'll come up here. We know that, and here with the error severity, you can throw that message. So this kind of conditions using the employee time as a main object. On employee time, you will have the employee start date, end date, what leave type, which user is applying, all these details. Using those parameters, we will be able to write any conditions here and throw the necessary error messages. If the number of leaves are less than or equal to 5, no errors. When the leave is greater than the number of days is greater than 5, system will stop him. He can't apply the leave actually. We'll call a different message which will particularly say whenever the number of leaves are more than 5, you are not allowed. You are allowed to take only less than or equal to 5 days. Like that. So that is the way we can have the take rules of various conditions. Just with this employee time as base object, you can write multiple conditions, guys. And the base object also, you need not add it here one. You can just take that scenario as, you can just take this scenario as, just save this. I'll just take some message and save this rule. Absence validation as a scenario is the very first one under time management. The very first one under time management, absence validation. So if we take this as a base object, whatever are the parameters that it actually requires, system will add all the base objects automatically into the rule parameters. So we need not go from a scratch by adding the each and every object. For employee data portlets level, MDF objects level, for all that things, it's okay to go with our selection of a base object. But for time related some advanced areas, anything on EC that we are going to work going further, for that it's good to go with the base objects from the scenarios list directly. Okay, so that is where system is not going to ask you the base object here anymore, only the rule name and continue. Okay, and then so now if this users are going to apply the leads, guys, they have two different options. Either on the home page they can have a tile. On the home page we can have a tile in the name of time off. So this time off as a tile can be used. From here we can go, or else we can directly search for time off here on the top search area. So now I just clicked on the tile and it brought me to the leave application screen. Or else even if I search here in the name of time off, a keyword as time off, it gives me update time off as an option. Updating time off is nothing but applying a leave basically. Okay, so both of them will bring me to this leave application screen, which will show us the current ongoing month and the next month related calendars. Two calendars you will have it here like this, the current April and the next month. And the working days of the employees will be plain white color, and the week offs as per the work schedule. As per the work schedule that we have set up, what will be the week off? That will be highlighted as Saturday and Sunday like this. Okay, and then on the right hand side, the existing leave balances, and at the bottom you will have an option where upcoming time offs, either there are any upcoming public holidays or there are any planned leaves of the employees, that will show here at the bottom. But currently there is nothing available at that employee level, so it's empty. By clicking on create new absence on the right hand bottom corner, I can start applying a leave. That once a leave has been applied, you will start seeing an entry here. And there are different legends actually. So the current date will be the today's date will be highlighted with a pink border like this. And if there is a public holiday, currently there are no public holidays here, but if there is a public holiday, it will be highlighted with a underlined dark gray color underlined actually. Yeah, as per this legend, it's a dark gray underline will be showing. And if it's a leave applied and approved, dark green color underline, or it is pending as dark orange color, it appears as underlined. For all that cancellation, approval and pending, it's the underlined color that basically comes. So let me just check in the previous months if we have anything. Yeah, if you see this approved leave, green color, it's an underline. Okay, and if there is any cancelled leaves or let's try to show. Okay, nothing else, no test data available, only approved leaves we have. Now I can show you applying a new leave. So create a new absence where system will give you the available leave types. So this person, current logged in user, what all leaves he is actually eligible to apply, we can choose from that. So if we choose sick leave, vacation, maternity, training, anything can be done. So if he chooses vacation itself, he's having the current eligibility of 7 days, it shows. So how many days you want to apply, you can choose it here. Only April 1st, or you are going to apply it from April 1st to 8th. So if you apply from April 1st to 8th, 6 days. It is not including the Saturday, Sundays, week offs, only the working days, 6 days it is taking. And the returning date is shown as 9th because after 8th, the next working day is 9th. Or else if you take it, say if I take it as 9th, till 9th if I'm applying, it says the returning days are 12th because after 9th, 10th and 11th, there is no choice that you can return back to office. Office is not working. The other reporting date will be 12th only. System also auto displays this. And user has an option to see if there are any other team members in the same period between between the start date and end date, or anybody are in the leave, other team members. Team members are nothing but the people who are reporting to the same manager. Along with you, who are all the other people reporting to the same manager, that it will say as team actually. If there are any other team members planned to leave at the same time, it will highlight the number saying that 2 members are in the same time having a leave, or 3 members and all. You click on that hyperlink in the pop-up, who are they and on what dates they are on the leave, system will show us, so that we can plan accordingly such that manager will not decline our request because of the other leaves in the same period. So that is an advantage. And the comments, whatever you want to make, you can. The documents, if you want to upload, you can upload the documents. And there is also an option, guys. I'll just show you. May apply for. If I apply on a weekend, say Saturday, if I'm applying, the system throws us a default error message saying you cannot apply leave for a non-working days. Your leave should contain at least 1 working day. Your leave request should contain at least 1 working day is what it says. That is a way. So your system will not allow you to apply leaves on Saturdays, Sundays, whatever your week offs basically, or the public holidays as per the holiday calendar. If you select that dates, at least if 1 day is in the working days, example from today, if I, or even tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, if I'm keeping it, it will allow you, because at least Friday is 1 working day that is present and it is requesting for 1 day. So Saturday, even if you keep it here, that doesn't matter for it. You are requesting for 1 day is what it takes. Second, Saturday is already a week off. I will not count it. Okay, so at least in the start, between the start date and end date of the leave, there should be 1 working day minimum. Then only the leave system will be accepting, else it will not take it. Okay, so these are the options. And now if I go to the bottom, submit this request, whatever is the approval that has been tagged with this leave request, it can trigger for that. So if I submit it, I guess it has to go to the reporting manager of this lady, Charles Brown. So Anya Singh's reporting manager should be Charles Brown. Yeah, it says waiting and is awaiting approval by Charles Brown. Request has been saved and it is awaiting Charles Brown approval. So he should be notified. And here it shows that upcoming time off with a pending leave status, and that pending leaves are highlighted in a orange color like this. Okay, and not only while you're applying a leave, gentlemen, at every point of time on the right hand top you have the show team absences. So in your team, who are the other people and what are their leave plans, you will definitely be able to see. There is nothing privacy over there. The leave plans of other team members can be seen here. That is all. So this way we can have the time of application interface that will be more interactive to the users. And once a leave request is being placed, it has gone for approval, and we can go to Charles Brown and log in and see how a approval screen looks like at the reporting manager level. Okay, any questions still here in the leave application screen?
Last question, I have one question.
Yeah, Roshni, please.
When you create a rule, so you write down user code number. So the rule, it's applicable only for that particular users, or it is applicable for all users?
Particular user, I did not hard code any particular user ID in the rule, right?
You give a user code 1002 when you was creating rule.
that is the leave type code. Leave type, for every leave type in the managed data, we are assigning a code. So annual leave as 1001, sick leave as 1002. We can give different codes. Either you can give it with the text itself, or you can give it with codes. Like every department, location, cost center, anything, the way you are giving a code and a label. For every leave type also we give a code and a label. So in the rule condition, this condition I am checking on annual leave is what I am saying. That code I am giving. It's not the employee number. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now I'm proxying into the manager, Mr. Charles Brown. So now I'm the reporting manager, Charles Brown login. Here under approve requests, there are 10 requests. In this 10, one will belong to the Anya Singh's employee time request. So here the subject of the workflow should come in the name of employee time for Anya Singh. Second, guys. Employee time for Anya Singh. We saw the approver as Charles Brown itself, right? It did not come here. Just give me a second. Let me go to Anya Singh and check again to whom it went for approval. I have to cross check.
Your voice is not coming, Suresh.
Hey, sorry, gentlemen, I was on mute. Sorry for that. Okay, the point what I've been telling is we did not find this leave request in the Charles Brown login previously because there is a delegation activated. That's a constant delegation. Charles Brown, say example, any person when he is going on a leave, he can apply for a delegation, right? So that delegation has been activated there. So that's why it has gone to Tessa Walker, where he has revoked the delegation again, and the leave request is back in his login now. So that's why I went into pending requests. I was not able to find that in the to-do list. I went to this view my pending request. From here, I was able to find that leave request which got automatically delegated to Tessa Walker, and this person is able to now get it back at his own place by revoking the delegation. Now it is at his own login. And second thing, normally any workflow requests that are coming for address changes portlet or any other portlet, whatever data got changed, only that data related fields will appear. So if employee first name got changed, that name field only will come. If the pin code in the address got changed, only pin code field will show in the workflow request, not the entire address. But here in the employee time, when the leave requests are coming in, system will show us all the fields, that is for which user is this leave, what is the quantity of this leave, for which leave type, what is the start date and end date of the leave period. Once if this leave request has been approved, after the end date of the leave, what will be the remaining balance. So currently this employee is having 7 leaves. So one this leave, if it has been approved, he will be end up with 6 leaves in his bucket. Like this, it will have the complete detail shown here. And the manager, while approving, he'll also have an option to see during the same period, are there any other team members also planned on leave. So he can look at that. So system will show it here. There are 2 other team members who have planned to leave on the same time. It will give us it will give him that information, where clicking on that link, he can see who are the other people and what are their dates, what are their leave start dates and dates. He can look at. So these are the options, and at the bottom, approving, declining and delegating is all the same, nothing difference. So this is how the leave request will work in the SuccessFactors time of solution, with the detailed information, with not restricting to some particular leave, simply saying 2 days of leave and all. What is that leave type, start date, end date, quantity, after the approval what will be the balance quantity, and showing the other team members leave details. Everything will be present over here, guys. Okay, so this is how the time of solution works, with all these work schedules, holiday calendars, holidays, time profiles, time types, various things, and employees will be able to avail this also on the mobile application. So not only the SuccessFactors website screen, even in the mobile application, if they download their mobile app, Android or the iOS versions, so every employee can apply their leave request on the go from the mobile itself, and the approvals can also be made in the mobiles. Majority of the contents, even previous things, whatever we were able to handle, the people profile, portlets, approvals on the workflows, various things can be handled on the mobile these days. So in the last 3-4 years, there is a vast development in the mobile app of SuccessFactors. Majority of the things what you are able to do here on the front end, you can handle it on the mobile version, where we don't have any configuration capability specifically for that. We just have an option to activate, deactivate the features in the mobile. So that is the main point. Any customers you go, the main point what we have to say is SuccessFactors mobile apps are standard SF pre-delivered. At a consultant level, we have no customizing capability. The only capability that we have is what features to come in the mobile, what not to come in the mobile, we can control to an extent. That is, we just search here with the keyword as mobile, guys. Enable mobile features we have here. So here in this place, system will show you different module related features that can be enabled, disabled in the mobile features category. Employee central relevant we will look at. So here you see. Loading here. These are all the generalized things. So in the mobile, do you want the org chart to be displayed or not? This is one feature that we can look at from EC perspective, and then modules related, it will be present. here, employee central, time off, the leave application should be available in the mobile or not, and timesheet, the attendance management, do you want that to be displayed or not, pay summary, that is any pay related components, that is the compensation information portlet should be available or not, because that is all the privacy data, should that be available on a mobile device for the employees or not, is what that will have a separate section. So from the employee center related, timesheet, time off, and pay summary are something that will be applicable for us to discuss this way. And basic minimum, whatever are the people profile to be displayed, that will definitely be there, guys. You can't control people profile to be displayed or not. You can't control. If you are using a mobile application, people profile will definitely be displayed. With what all sections and portlets you are having the visibility on the desktop version, the same things you will have access on the mobile version as well. You can't say that people profile level again, that should not, this should appear in the mobile, this should not appear in the mobile. You can't control. So that's why they don't give you any separate selection. For only timesheet, they have given a separate selection like this. Okay. Similarly, for recruitment module, some other areas, tool management, performance management, they give the separate areas. For EC, if we come, the only option what we will be concerned is the time off, the leave management part to be enabled or not. Okay. So this way we'll have the time off solution as well. And again repeating, guys, so this is not actually required at this stage. This is something for the real time, more after the certification. So first, to enter into the market, employee central certification is required, where for the certification, all the various areas that I've told you, the 14 implementation sequence of steps, on top of it, the position management, what we have discussed, that is all what is required to go for the certification or to enter into the market, to you be called as employee central consultant. These time off, time sheet, payroll, benefits, various other things are all advanced areas which are not even in the certification content level as well. Okay, so I request everyone to first concentrate on the area till position management, get certified, and on top of it later you can just look into these time off other things. But I'll definitely share you these documents as well, the time off implementation guide, the PPT with the detailed presentation, what we use in the sessions, and business rules, time off rules related admin guide, all that I'll be also sharing you on over email. Okay, any questions here?
Yeah, Shiva, Rupa here.
Yeah, Rupa, please.
Well, in the leave application, it showed that the leave is pending with Charles, right? But actually, it was delegated to Tessa Walker. So ideally, that information should have been there in the screen, no? That it is pending with Tessa and not with Charles.
No, that's what I told you. In the to-do list, as per the delegation, it will work. It will be in the only in the to-do list of Charles or the Tessa Walker. It will not appear in the Charles Brown to-do list. That's why it did not appear to us initially. But where I found it is under pending requests. Pending request is an area where actually did system initially define as a approver, it will be there. And the pending request, if I am the actual approver, it will appear in my bucket only. I am primary responsible. I got it delegated to somebody else. Okay. If we got it delegated to somebody else, it is my responsibility to have a conversation with them or follow up with them and get it approved. Okay. Last time also, first I showed you to-do list level, it will go to that delegated person, but under pending request category, it will still appear in my login with showing status as delegated and currently with Tessa Walker. Like that, it will show us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And second question,
as per configuration, whoever is called initially, he will be the primary responsible person.
Okay, but Anya Singh will not come to know whether this is delegated or not. She will. For her, it is pending with Charles.
Exactly. Basically, for her, when it shows for approval, it still shows as Charles Brown. Whether it is still with Charles Brown or he delegated to somebody else, the initiator will not get to know that.
Okay, fair enough.
That is
and my
actually
second
important privacy reason. There are customers definitely expect that to function. That is not there.
Actually, because
sorry.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking, because then employee will follow up with, in this case, Anya will follow up with Charles. But actually, it is not with Charles, it is with Tessa. So this
Yeah, but
feature, if it
Charles
were,
is responsible, right? Charles knows that he has delegated it, either auto delegated or individual delegated. Charles knows that. So that is very much important to keep the privacy, because if you are an employee, you have made some request without taking a decision. If I'm checking with somebody else, it's not important that you should be communicated. I might be, due to different reasons, I might forward this request to head of the department, or head of HR, or your HR partner, somebody I'm sharing it. Okay, that privacy is required. As an approver, I have my right to speak with different associates or forward to somebody else to take a decision and all. Employee need not know is what many customers ask this. That is why SF has designed default in that way, such that employee is not communicated. Employee will be still knowing as per the system who is a primary responsible person. Okay.
okay, yeah, clear. And my second question, I know if I'm entitled for 7 days leave, and if I apply for 10 days, system will throw error for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But but how to handle such exceptions in case, because this is a common scenario in all organizations.
LOP leave. LOP leave, that is what we maintain a separate leave type as LOP leave of pay. You are required to apply when you don't have quota, but you are required to go for 10 days. You have 7 days quota. Take that 7 days of annual leave or whatever you have, and apply one more leave as LOP leave, loss of pay leave. You're ready to go on a loss of pay. Okay.
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So LOP leave is a default leave type that we'll keep for every customer. Okay.
Oh, we are not configuring it.
No, we are configuring it. We'll definitely keep it as a default configured one item. Even if my customer says I'm having annual leave, sick leave, casual leave, maternity, paternity, only 5 leaves, I'll tell them that apart from these, there is one more necessity of having a sixth leave type called LOP. And the reason why is what the same scenario I'll explain them.
Okay,
If the
fine,
customer
thank
asks or
you.
don't ask, we will
Krish,
recommend them.
I had a question.
Yeah, Poonam, please.
Well, in last session, we discussed that there was an option wherein we used to tick what leaves should be displayed into the ESS part, into the employee portal. But leaves like,
Yeah, tell me.
yeah, but there are certain leaves which we want only to be displayed to certain employees. Let's say they are going on LWP, so there are special type of leaves. So how can those settings be made that that particular leave is displayed to only that particular employee?
Not particular employee. The option that we have is, I'll tell you again. For one employee, what all leave types he is eligible for is what we have already saw in the time profile level. In the time profile, we have a grouping. So you are eligible to take 5 different types of leaves. So all that are grouped under time profile. Open that screen once again. So here time profiles are there. So in the time profile, you will have the list of leave types. What you are eligible, all will be added here. Sick leave, annual leave, casual leave, maternity, paternity, all are added. So this profile is what I'm tagging it against you in the time profile level. So where we have the job information portlet. In the job information portlet, we have a time information section where I'm assigning the profile to you. Here the profile is assigned. So in the profile, whatever are the leave types, we have separately set up here in this. So that way, what leaves you are eligible in this company are coming up. In that, say example, you are eligible for 10 different types, but among 10, 8 you can directly apply. Other 2 types only HR can apply on your behalf, but you cannot apply directly. But you are eligible to take it. You are eligible to take it, but you are not directly supposed to apply. It has to be applied in the system through admins only. Such things we'll keep enable in ESS as no. Whatever leave that has been kept as no, you can write an email to your manager, your HR, explaining the reason why you want that leave and all, and they will apply it on your behalf in the system, where in the profile level we will have this section, guys. In the people profile we can have time related one section in which the employee leave type balances can be seen, his upcoming leaves can be seen, and here we'll have a screen called administer time. This will be a link that will be available only for the admins in the system. From here, from this administer time, they can apply leave what you cannot apply. Administer time is a screen. So here under time records, whatever are your leave requests that are applied in the system till date, which are approved, cancelled, pending, all that summary will be there, and they can click on this create absence and they can start creating a new absence on your name. So this is a tool where for those requests what you are unable to apply from your login, that will be available, and also the other leaves, and also every leave will be available in case the employee is not in a situation to apply it in the system. Admin can apply. Say sick leave, employee is not in a situation to come and even apply that leave in the system. If that has been communicated to the HR through over phone or something, HR can apply it. Or employees on a business travel or due to any reason employee cannot apply, the HR can apply it. All the leaves the HR can apply it here. So out of 10 leaves, employee might be able to do it only on 8 leaves in his own login. But when HR sees the screen, the drop down will be with the entire list. In the profile level, what all leaves we added, all this list can be present here in the time type list from this screen if you apply. And the fields are all the same: start date, end date, the comments, attachments, everything is the same. Okay, is that clear, Poonam?
Yeah, it's clear.
So basically on the people profile, administrators will have that administer time as a hyperlink in the time section. We can have time related one whenever the time off is implemented. This time related one section can be on the people profile with the existing employee leave types with their leave balances, upcoming absences, and a link to administer time screen. All that will be available. So whenever you have the time off activated and implemented, guys, automatically this is one of the portlet that will be there. Just from the people profile you can get it added. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, so this is all with respect to time off. So keep practicing, gentlemen. So implementation guide was also shared, I guess, last week itself. So keep going through the document. Implementation guide is somewhere around 300 pages of document. So that has to be gone through for preparation. So once you are done with your topic wise different documents that I have shared, also spend time on going through the 300 pages document of ECA master implementation guide. Okay. And certification relevant assistance, anything certification booking related, you have any queries, you can get in touch with Ashok and Naresh. Okay. And whenever is a next module, so whoever has opted for the next modules, when we'll start with other modules and all, Ashok and Naresh will keep you guys posted. You can be in touch with them. Okay, so be in touch with the system. Do not lose the touch with the system. So keep logging in every day, at least spend 1 hour on the system, so that you will have that connect with the system. Once you lose that gap, if you maintain that gap only in the weekend, let us practice in the weekend, if you park it, you will lose the connect with the system. That is the main thing. Okay, anything else? Anybody has any questions?
Will you also be sharing some sample certification questions?
Yeah, anything on that part, please check with Ashok and Naresh.
Okay.
Okay, fine, gentlemen. So that's all for now. Let's again connect back for the next module of sessions. Thank you. Have a nice evening. All the best.
Thank you, Suresh, for all your efforts. And I have to say, you are indeed a good trainer. And it was easy to understand because of your efforts and the way you teach us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rupa.
Thanks, Suresh.
Thank you. Thank you, Parul. Thank you, Puna. Thank
Thanks,
you, and all.
Suresh.